Guten Morgen. My gang's still out. Oh, they returned from deployment. Mission was a success. Excellent. You guys look exhausted. But they all leveled up, so... Okay, what do we want? Main courses. We want tactical train. Wait. Oh, it lowers other stuff. Oh. Nah. There's my chat. I need my chat. There's my chat. Wait, what'd you say? Quadrant is primary. Well, let's see what the pace. Okay. I thought he was saying like, we shouldn't do a thing right now. Honestly, I am just 2 below that 1 stats recommended level. So let's do Beastman Recon. Get out of there, guys. Okay. Hello, Ojika. Carlos of the Forum made a rather momentous announcement, so there's to be a great exodus, is there? I'm reminded of my narrow escape from the Isle of Val, the realization, the running, the mixture of relief and regret after. The why me, I ask myself, why me? Why us, why now? Why wonder? There's no use fretting over the cosmic morality or lack thereof. We're here, and we'll get through this together. And who knows, maybe luck will rub off and grant everyone a narrow escape. There's no harm in praying for as much. But enough of my rambling. I'm sure you're exhausted. Your chamber awaits. The moon. The moon is a ship. Moon. A visitor's come knocking at your door. Whoever could it be? Which of these? Kryl? It's Kryl, because they're the one who's not on any of these options. But Graha, because he's my boyfriend. Or did I just get to choose? I did get to choose. Ah, the boy.
Oh, apologies. I didn't mean to. If you could spare a moment before bed.
Oh, what are you asking me, Graha?
Thank you. I fear this may be the last quiet night we have to talk for quite some time. I am troubled of late. Unwarranted concerns, perhaps. I hope. Nevertheless, I feel compelled to share them with you. Though you have bested your enemies thus far, Xenos and even Zodiac, your victories have come at a considerable cost to yourself. No one is without their limits, and you are no exception. I worry the added weight of the final days will prove more than you can bear. It is surely too much for any one man. But you needn't bear it alone. Let me share your burden.
It's a lot coming from the guy who was going to kill himself for his plan.
Carrying capacity pales in comparison to yours, but I could still help. Shoulder the occasional satchel from your ever-growing mountain of, baggage. You have already done so much to help relieve me of mine own encumbrances. 'Tis only fair that I repay you in kind. Of course, it needn't be only troubles we share. Moments of joy may seem few and far between now, but there will come a time when we look back fondly on this journey. The inquiry at the Forum, our march through the snows of Garlemald, our impromptu dinner in this very room. All of it. And that is to say nothing of the journeys yet to come. To the ends of the world and beyond. But tomorrow will be no less busy than today, and I've kept you from your rest long enough. Sleep well, my friend.
A short while earlier in the Alamegan quarter.
Thank the gods that tower is gone. The sight of it was enough to make me sick.
Thank the Eorzea contingent, more like. Word is, they fought their way into Garlemald and toppled the bloody thing themselves. Not just the one, neither. All the towers have up and vanished.
Aye, I heard the same. Commander Aldin and his troops helped keep casualties to a minimum, too. But is it true they brought back tempered Garlean soldiers?
As Commander Aldin tells it, they've a treatment for that now. But don't you worry. Cured or not, they've no plans to bring them into the city proper.
I see. Well, that's a relief then. I know we've brothers and sisters among the lot, but I can't say I'm eager to welcome them home.
Wanted to think about it for a while yet. They're to be looked after in Alagana for the time being.
Meanwhile, in Ishgard.
Another day, another commission of paramount importance. Well, what have we here? Hey, are you all right? Was that? No. The shadows play tricks, nothing more.
You live in a
The
world
towers are
where
gone.
magic is real.
And the Garlean threat is abated. And yet, why does it feel as though it's about to get much, much worse?
Okay. This music isn't the everything's alright music. I was about to call for you. I'm afraid we've another call for assistance. One comes from Razat Han. The others have assembled in the main hall to discuss the situation. You must join them at once. Ah, there you are. Our worst fears have come to pass, but moments ago we received grim tidings from our contact at Radzit Han. Vile beasts have appeared as if out of nowhere, claiming one victim after the next. What's more, they say the very sky burns above them. Good gods, are the final days already upon us? It would appear so. Sadly, that is all the information we have at present. No doubt the people of Rodzathan are busy fighting for their lives. We must go at once. They need our help. Agreed. Krile, you'd best remain here with Tataru and gather what knowledge you can. You are in no condition for a long journey, I imagine. Very well. Similar phenomena may have been observed elsewhere, and if so, we must know about it at once. Be safe out there, yes? Let us make for Yeldamald. We must prepare ourselves for what may lie ahead. If calamity has indeed come to Thavnir, it's all too likely that the Corvos across the strait find itself in a similar predicament. Even now, it remains an imperial province, and as such, it may be some time until we can ascertain the situation there. We can only hope that Krile and Tataru will be able to provide us with some insight sooner rather than later. If the might of Ritra is not enough to hold these fiends at bay, Rodzathan is in dire straits indeed. We must go at once. In ancient times, the phenomenon was first observed in places where the celestial currents have grown weakest. It would seem that there is a stagnancy of ether in the skies above Rodzathan, unbeknownst even to Vritra. I'd rather accompany you to Thavnir, but Raha's concerns are well-founded. The last thing I would want is to be a burden. I will remain here with Tataru and do all I can to gather knowledge that might serve us in the battles to come. Godspeed on your journey. We do not wield creation magics the ancients did, yet these abominations appear. What could be the cause? With the fall of the tower in Thavnir, the Hanish were beginning to enjoy a semblance of peace, and now this. No similar creatures have been sighted here in Sharlayan. That said, the early signs may manifest over the regions ere long. We must be prepared for every eventuality. I'm glad for Kryle's support. I'll call upon Hoary Boulder and the others to assist us. They will be our eyes and ears on the field, as they have been many times before.
And lo, vile beasts did rise. Leaving naught in their wake but blood and ash. Sun scorches earth and boils seas. And our sins ascend unto the heavens. Three dooms to unmake all we were.
The sky burns. The final days are truly upon us.
My friends, I trust you have heard the news.
We have. What can you tell us of the situation, Your Excellency?
Last night, the isle was rocked by tremors, and the earth itself cried out. Aloft, the heavens began to burn. From all about, unholy beasts, the likes of which we had never seen, came forth in fury and rage. No. To say they came forth would be inexact. The people of Rodzathan themselves, transformed, into these baleful fiends. Though the phenomenon was observed throughout our lands, the first creature, the largest and most dreadful of the lot, wrought havoc upon us here in our fair city. Though they bear superficial resemblance to divinities of legend, they are ungodly abominations. The people decry them as blasphemies. The large one's rampage has since taken it to the northern reaches of the island. I mean to dispatch our radiant host in an attempt to quell the threat.
And what of Vritra?
Vritra too makes for the north of his own accord, and yet he knows the blasphemy and its minions were but yesterday his beloved people. I pray his boundless compassion and mercy does not deter him from taking unenviable but necessary action.
Understood. I ask that you allow us to aid you in quelling this threat.
You would risk your lives to help us yet again? I have no words to express my gratitude. Our regiments approach the north from several directions, with a number of units set to depart from the docks of Yedlimat. They will make landfall in an area of dense jungle, where one can expect to encounter dangers even beyond the fell beasts we hunt. I leave you to your preparation. You will find me at the docks when you are ready to depart.
We're as prepared as we'll ever be. Let's go.
Everyone is assembled, yes? I thank you for lending us your aid in our battle against the blasphemy. Let's review our plan of attack. I would have you board this boat and circle around to the north side of the island. There you will find a dense jungle we call Vanaspati. In a sacred wood, home to many temples and a number of villages. It's a sacred wood. Vritra and the Radiant Host have gone there ahead of us. I ask that you join them and do all in your power to destroy the blasphemy. Vanaspati now accessible. As much as I love all of you, I'm just gonna do this as... Shit. I need to level up once. Shit. I'm so close, too, damn. Do I want to just really quick, just do a trial? I'm gonna really quick do a trial. Where is... This might also actually just level me up properly. Oh, that one's closer. That's fine. I'm already on the way over here. You know what? Let's withdraw. I'm pretty sure these should level me up. I'm very close. Ah, okay, I need one more. Okay, and then where's the other one? I may as well finish that one while I'm here. Oh. There we go. Now then, Vanaspati. Can I not? Why is it not letting me click anything? Oh. Clear selection. Vanaspati. Oh yeah, I also... I have the regalia now too. The steering wheel doesn't turn. Yeah, this is a cool amount. I'm happy I got it. Okay. Round rocks in the corner. Shit. Yeah. I took my Sadu. Oh, I could have flipped on the top. I'm a doofus. Excellent. There we go. Feo card. Do you still have another card to give? You do. Oh wait, no, you don't. Because I have to crack the card first. There we go. Now I no longer have that card unclaimed. Is there anybody to play Triple Triad with over in Palau? Yes, there is. Let's get some Numu. These cards are more using the game. I actually play the game with you. Return will offer you fitting payment. Yes. Alright. Let's go. Yes! I can get Porksy! I forget what plus does. Cards played 2 more sides are touching the other touching other cards. As some of the ranks and the touching sides is. It's too much for my brain. Numu card. Okay. The other card you give better be Porksy. Oh, well, sorry. I will come for the Porksy card later. Hi, buddy. Oh. Okay, so I'm supposed to go on the one that's not screaming. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, we'll make it. There we go.
What is this vile presence I sense? The horde draweth near. Be on your guard.
Uh... Oh. This is lovely. Yeah. Oh, wrong buttons. I have to get in a bubble. Okay. Yeah, we did it. Oh. Every one of these was a person? Da, da, da. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm good. I do? Well, the gang is staying on this one, so... Okay. Spread out and we stay over here. We just do the opposite of whatever one is being portrayed. Okay. Oh shit, I fucked up. I thought that the recoil knockback would work, but no. Okay, so I understand what I'm supposed to do there. Oh shit. Oh, okay. I see. Ah, fuck. Super Belied, so I can hopefully be... The healer. Nope, the healer didn't get it. I need to do I need to make a macro for that. Shit, where'd the healer go? Oh, did the healer already die? Okay. We did it. No trace of the person it once was.
As I feared.
What is it?
The beast was there, and now it is no more. Yes?
Indeed. We saw it plain. But you didn't, did you?
I saw nothing. Not the blasphemy that perished here, nor the other men turned beasts. And because of this, I now see all too well. There is no ether. Where the creatures should be, I saw naught but emptiness.
Emptiness? But that would mean...
Recall the words of the Watcher. 'Twas a stagnancy of ether, a cessation of flow, leading to decay and absence, that led the ancients to conclude their star was dying. This is the same phenomenon. The instant these people are seized by the transformation, their ether begins to rot and crumble away like dried mud. Until, from their corporeal forms to their very souls, naught remains.
But the beast spoke with its dying breath. Surely at least a sliver of the man it was endured.
Mayhaps so. But even if the process was incomplete, it was little more than a faint residue.
I kind of wish I did this with the NPC party then to see Ishul's reactions.
You're saying they cannot be saved?
Not by any means known to me. Or by any means at all, like as not. For there is naught left to save.
They return not even to the ethereal sea.
The beasts rage on, their hunger insatiable. Even deprived of their master, they perpetuate his legacy of hate. Once proud sons and daughters of Thavnir, all of them, and now I spill their blood.
Vitra, my friends, I am heartened to see you safe.
You put your secret at risk.
Those closest to me already know the truth. A truth I must now share with one and all. Vitra. Calamity has come to Radzatan. Our fair nation is rent by screams of pain and despair. More than ever, we require a strong leader to shepherd us through the storm. Reveal your true self to our people, Vitra, and guide us to salvation.
What madness is this, I-One? Thou dost forget thyself. Were we to reveal our duplicity, it would do naught but foster confusion and chaos. Nay, I shall remain the Satrap's loyal ally, and do battle with the beasts. Easing hearts and leading the people to safety is thy task, and thine alone. I ask that you remain at Ahewan's side, and render unto him what aid you may. I know not what lies ahead, but without you, Radzatan will not survive.
Take me with you. I am as at home fighting in the air as I am on land. Take me with you.
Were my words unclear? I require no assistance. Thy place is at Ahewan's side.
Estinian, here. It's the last thing you ever wanted. A link pearl. We'd gain much from knowing your elevated perspective. And it'll keep you from getting lonely, which I know you loathe.
You heard the man. Seems I'm coming with you after all.
Then I pray thy grip is iron. Be it on thy head if thou dost chance to fall.
Fair enough. Now, shall we?
I fear it is as Vitra says. We will not survive this on our own. While I am loath to impose upon you again.
I would insist if you did not. 'Tis the very reason we have come.
Then once more I find myself without words to thank you properly. Let us return to the capital and plan our next course of action.
A radiant host has eliminated the immediate threat to the city, though it pains me to know these beasts were once my people. There is no telling whether or not when or where the next transformation might occur. We must remain vigilant and steel ourselves for what is yet to come. Forgive me, my friends, but I must return to Megaduda for the time being. There I can better manage this crisis and dispatch my troops as the situation demands. In that case, we shall carry out an investigation of our own here in the city. Mayhap the residents can tell us more about the first of the transformations and the conditions under which it occurred. If we can ascertain what exactly triggered the tragic events, they might give us some insight into a possible solution. Time is of the essence. Let's split into 3 groups that we may cover more ground. Alice and I will see to Pasca's path. Thancred, Y'shtola, pray make for drama. I'll leave Artha to Graha and you. Any final information you can gather on the first blasphemy or the manifestation for the final days here in the city would be most helpful. When we have completed our respective inquiries, let's reconvene in front of the Megaduda and we can share what we learned with the Satrap. Shall we be off then? Artha's home to the High Crucible of Alchemia, whom's alchemist gods forged many of our warding scales. That seems a good place as any to begin our investigation, don't you think? I spoke briefly with Nuhadin, chief alchemist there, on our last visit. He should be happy to answer our queries. Can I please do the thing again? God fucking... I remember those red eyes. You were with those scions who commissioned the scales from us, yes? I welcome you back to the High Crucible. What brings you here in these troubling times? We're assisting the Satrap in investigating the crisis that plagues the city. Did you happen to catch sight of any of the creatures? I did. As I was going about my work, I was disturbed by crashing footsteps so powerful the very ground shook. I rushed outside and could not believe what I beheld. The night sky was burning. Suddenly, I heard panicked screams coming from the direction of Balsahan Bazaar. Next, the monstrous beast poked its head from amidst the stalls. A handful of Radiant rushed to the scene, only to be sent sprawling as the fiend and its minions propelled themselves skyward. So the blasphemy came from the vicinity of the markets. This knowledge may prove useful. Thank you for sharing the tale. I do believe we now know where we should inquire next. To the bazaar, then. Are there any other talking points? No. This is Thavnerian weave. I must say that it bears resemblance to the traditional fabrics of Corvus. Small wonder, really, given it's just across the water. Not that I'm much of an expert in Corvosi culture, of course. I've not had the occasion to visit my ancestral home since coming to Charlian, and like as not, I'll never reside there again. That said, in recent days, I felt more acutely aware of my heritage and grateful for it. It's thanks to my forebears that I inherited the royal eye, and with it the wisdom of ancient Alag. And so, well, I simply hope that my countrymen are safe, and one day when the calamity is but a memory, I would like to see Corvus again, if only once. Forgive me, my shop's closed until further notice. Needless to say, we've more pressing concerns these days. We have not come in search of wares, but information concerning the enormous fiend that tore through the bazaar. Did you perchance witness anything? I'm afraid not, my friend. I was here the whole time, so I only saw its little minions. Made a mess of the place, they did. While that was all going on, the great big one tore through the west side of the bazaar. You'd have better luck asking there. Is something the matter, traveler? If you're lost, perhaps I could be of assistance. Your offer is most appreciated, but we are not lost. But we are in use of information. Might you know anything about that gargantuan beast that rampaged through the bazaar? Aye, I saw it all, though I wish I had not. I was going about my work when all of a sudden a piercing scream cut through the air. I turned around and there was the fiend, its massive body bursting through every entryway with the force of a tidal wave, and then it was gone as quick as it came. You're very happy for someone who's existing in the end times. Sisters, have mercy. What's happening to the world? What am I to do? Is nowhere safe? Settle down, friend. The danger is past, at least for now. It's not too painful to remember. Could you tell us what you saw? First I heard screams, then a horde of ravaging beasts came charging towards us. One of them was huge, bigger than a Merid, throwing people like rag dolls, and it was eating them. I hid under the counter, saw others do the same, but the shrieking and wailing kept getting louder, and the more voices in the throng, the beasts or victims I couldn't tell. I knew not what was happening, and I still don't. That's enough, my good man. You were brave enough to share your tale. Many of your fellow merchants are safe. The High Crucible, too, has survived mostly unscathed. Pray stay close to your friends and loved ones, and rest your body and mind while you're able. I suspect it's most we can expect people here to tell us. I think it's best if we find a place outside the bazaar. We might rest and review our findings. Oh dear. Judging by their accounts, the transformation had already occurred by the time the beast reached the bazaar. It tore through the west side of the bazaar and headed towards the Aetheryte Plaza. In other words, the blasphemy may have first appeared in this vicinity. That being the case, the people in that Mayhem can surely tell us more. Going after that enormous beast, are you? Aye, I saw it, including the very instant the poor bastard transformed. Damn the gods for putting me there. I started over there by the window, a few men merchants probably talking and drinking, and conversation must have turned for the worst. Next thing I knew, their leader, I suppose it was, buries his head in his hands, and black mist was swirling about him. Then his whole body bursts apart, and there stands a hideous, slavering beast, massive and foul, all gaping maws and bulging eyes. His friends started shrieking, and the black mist comes again until the change takes them too. Stuff of nightmares, I tell you. Nightmarish indeed. Incidentally, do you perchance know who those merchants were? No, I'm a decorator by trade, not much cause to mingle with their sort. Saw Mihail the barmaid chatting with them, though. She might know something. Even after repairing the damage, it'll take a while for the business to pick up again. You mean the blasphemy? What's the Radiant? That's what the Radiant have been calling it anyway. I saw it too. We all did. I was standing here at the counter as Mary poured me a drink, and suddenly there came this dreadful sound like a pained, angry groan. It was unlike anything I'd ever heard. I turned around in shock, and from an ominous cloud of black mist rose the creature, enormous and ghastly to behold. As for what happened next, to recall it sends shivers up my spine, but some spoke of fortune. By some spoke of fortune, I was able to slip outside before the beast got his claws on me. But the sight of that greeted me offered no solace. The sky above turned red as blood. Married myself and the other survivors clung to each other for a dear life till the Radiant host came to our aid. Wait, did I hear you correctly? The beast manifested before the sky began to burn. I'm certain of it. The windows here offer a clear view of the sky, and I saw nothing out of the ordinary until the beast appeared and began to rage. Hello there. Welcome to Mirad's Mayhan. How can I help you? We've not come for libations, but rather information. You are Mihail, yes? We're investigating the so-called blasphemy on the satrap's behalf. We hear it was one of your customers, a merchant, that first underwent the transformation. Can you tell us about him? He was something of a regular here, especially of late. Khazal was his name. He ran his own consortium, treating the primarily in the exports of Thavnarian specialties. Oh! I know him! He's from the first part of the quest. He's from the first Thavnir expedition. It's through him that we met Matsya. Yes, the name rings a bell. Didn't you meet both of them on your first trip to Thabnir? If I recall correctly, Kalzal ran a trading operation in Yildimald, and it was there you made Matsia's acquaintance. That's the same Kalzal, no doubt. A rather successful man, from what I gather. That said, it was clear you'd fallen on hard times of late. Those ghastly towers popping up everywhere could not have been good for business. Even now, the tower's gone. The collapse of the Empire has led to all sorts of problems elsewhere. The market for luxuries is surely not what it once was. Trying times for the head of a trading consortium, indeed. Kalzal was a compassionate man. Even as his own business suffered, he did what he could to provide for the artisans, fishermen, and many others who counted on him to sell their wares. Indeed, it was the very topic of yesterday's meeting as far as I could hear, yet as they discussed matters further, Kalzal's tone grew grave and grim, and it was then that... Forgive me, I would not have you recall the memory if it brings you pain. If I could, I would ask you one more thing. Did you notice anything unusual about Kalzal in particular? Perhaps anything at all? Sorry, nothing springs to mind. Mayhaps someone else can help you. Kalzal lived for his work and had no family that I knew of. His employees and associates knew him best. They too are lost to us. Still, perhaps his neighbors knew something I do not. I can direct you to them if you believe it would help. What do you say? Kalzal made his home in Karma, the nearby residential area. From what I gather, he lived there since childhood and was known throughout the neighborhood. Karma, the name's new to me. How do we get there? I'll write down some directions. I cannot promise that you'll find what you seek there, but if nothing else, it's a start. Come, let's see where this takes us. Let's see, after leaving the Mayhan, we're to retrace our steps, head back toward Aetheryte Plaza. Yes, I will ask. Ascend the stairs. If all these talking points are just directions, I'm gonna be sad. I want to chat with a boyfriend more. Residents of Karma should know more of Kalzal's circumstances. Well, there's a terrible noise, and next the sky changed. Perhaps my eyes deceived me, but I could have sworn I saw some giant shadow cross the clouds. Do you think an omen? Have I attuned this Aetheryte? Oh god. Hiccups. I think I have attuned to this Aetheryte. I have. This must be karma. We've arrived at last. Let's begin questioning the residents without delay. No doubt someone here can tell us about Kalzal. Given recent events, I imagine they're taking shelter indoors. Kalzal, you say? I've known him since he was a boy. If there's ever a man who was born to be a merchant, it was him. Always early to depart and late to return. He'd spend his days procuring the finest wares and seeking out willing customers. You could say it came to him as easy as breathing. Sadly, business was flagging of late. No surprise, really, with how dangerous travel had become. He was cooped up in his house from dawn till dusk the other day, no doubt racking his brain for ways to turn his fortunes around. Then at night, I heard the door open. Looked out to see Kalzal sitting on a bench, head hung low, a man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. The situation must have been dire indeed. Oh my god, I had the hiccups. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary? Nothing to speak of, other than his troubles with the consortium. He was the same old Kalzal, cordial and honest like always. These questions you're asking, has something happened to him? He wasn't caught up in the terrible incident at the bazaar, was he? I don't travel much these days, and my daughter's told me not to venture outside. Stuck in here as I am, I've heard about these bizarre goings-on. Rest assured, the city is safe now, but the situation may change without warning. I urge you, stay close to your daughter and be prepared to take refuge should the satrap order it. And also be ready to evacuate to the moon! We're going to the moon, guys! Could you come back another time? I just woke up. I'm not exactly in the mood for idle chit-chat. That's one way to avoid panic, I suppose. Pardon our intrusion. You may have noticed, but the great danger has come to Thavnir. I encourage you to stay alert and prepare to flee the city should the situation turn dire. But before we leave you in peace, pray allow us to ask a question or two. Did you know a local merchant named Kalzal? And if you did you notice anything unusual about him recently? Kalzal, I know him. In fact, we just spoke the other day. Like many others, his business was doing poorly. Still, it seemed as though he'd managed to turn things around thanks to a generous order from Ruvia de Fibers while he was practically dancing in the streets. I haven't spoken with him since, but I assume all went well. Janaba might be able to tell you more, though. As I recall, he was the one who brokered the arrangement. Janaba Ruvia de Fibers. Sounds promising. I can't Ethernet. Can I Ethernet with Graha following me? And if I do, will I miss talking points? I'll miss talking points if I do. We're just gonna walk. If I'm not mistaken, these stairs lead to Dharma. It's quite the sight, the red sky above. During the final days of yore, the heavens burned with the and the stars fell. Creation magics run amok. That was my assumption when I saw Amarant. Perhaps the ancients believed the same. The terror of a single powerful individual was the cause of the calamity. And yet those selfsame horrors now manifest themselves before our very eyes. What could it be that sets the heavens aflame and turns ordinary men into beasts? They're known for farming silkworms. Must be reviewed of fibers. Where should we find Jinabath? I've already I don't know how I pronounce the guy's name or girl's name. Don't know who they are. I apologize for any native Indians. Jinabaha. I think the D is silent, right? Hurry, I say. There's no time to waste. Pardon me, but if you're in charge of buying and selling here, yes? We have a few questions we'd like to... Sorry, I simply don't have time to chat. You haven't noticed we have our hands full for a moment. We must carry out all our wares and equipment to safety before those accursed beasts return. In that case, might we be of assistance? Perhaps we could speak when the job is done. Very well. You can start by helping us move our equipment. Ask the others what to put where. And you can carry our fabrics. Go through that door, speak with Kamala, she'll tell you the rest. Remember, these textiles are our livelihood. Handle them with care. Feels like we are now entering into annoying fetch quest part of the the campaign. Area's employees only. Out! Out! That's it, you come to help. Oh, praise be to Mindurva. Kind stranger, I welcome your assistance. On your way here, you pass 3 storehouses, yes? I'd like you to carry that small crate to Nafbral, the storehouse near the hatchery. The crate of clothing is for Manuha. And that massive crate there goes to Zamira by the middle storehouse. Watch your back with that one. Those are all the crates we have ready. Once they've been delivered, consider your work here complete. Take off your hands. You're quite the brawny one, aren't you? A good thing that. Never know when you'll need to defend yourself in these unprecedented times. Okay, a crate full of fabrics, is it? Exactly what I was hoping to retrieve. Here, let me put that away for you. You carried all the crates to the storehouse, you say, and quickly, too. Why, I've never seen anyone so strong. I and my associates will see to the rest. Please return to Jinabaha and tell him our work is proceeding apace. To tell the truth, we've been grateful for this distraction. Too many terrible happenings of late. But generous souls like yourself give me hope that we may emerge from this trial even stronger. I pray that we meet again in peaceful times. Done as I have asked, have you? If Kamala is satisfied with your work, then so am I. You've done us a great favor, traveler. I too have delivered the instruments and apparatuses entrusted to me. You both have my thanks. With our wares safely stored away, we'll not lose any more than to those fiends. I take it your establishment did not escape the attack unscathed? We did not. Thankfully, most of our workers had already left for the day, but those of us here still saw it all. Looked to the burning skies in confusion, and then before we could even begin making sense of it, a hideous creature burst through the doors, shrieking. Ran for our lives, but one of my colleagues was not so fortunate. He cried out a scream of such agony and terror, and the next instant he too sprouted fearsome claws. The sight of it caused another fellow to panic, and then he too transformed. I'm sorry, there was something you wanted to ask? Indeed. You knew the merchant Kalzal, did you not? I believe he had some dealings with your establishment. Kalzal? I know him. We'd arranged for a consortium to deliver a large shipment of fabrics, but in the end we received a better offer and had to turn him down. I understand his business is struggling, but so is ours. Another of our most reliable trading partners agreed to transport the goods for a much smaller commission. We'd have been fools to refuse. I felt terrible for withdrawing the offer, but you must understand we simply had no choice. He tried to put on a brave face when I delivered the news, but his dejection and despair was plain as day. He'd said he'd discussed it with his associates, but I could tell he'd all but given up hope. Dejection and despair. You remember what we saw in Vanaspati, yes? Soldiers and jungle dwellers pushed to the very brink, turning into beasts one after the next. It would seem the same phenomenon occurred here. The poor craftsmen attacked by fiends, as well as those who witnessed it, all undergoing the change. I suspect that everything began with Kalzal. By all accounts, it was he who suffered the most profound and piercing despair. Could that be it? Such intense emotions were what triggered his transformation. Much remains unclear, but I believe we're drawing closer to an answer. At any rate, we must discuss our findings with the others. And I must get to work. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'll start up this quest line. Beyond the depths of despair. We convene with the others outside of Megaduda. With any luck, they have already returned for their own investigations. My friend, we must take early. I pray that your establishment is spared further tragedy, but remember, your lives are far more precious than any wares. If you're ordered to flee, do so without hesitation. Indeed, I thank you for your concern and pray that you two take care as well. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap things up here. Let's see. If my following wants to load, there we go. Let's raid the Digibunny.
Here for you to use that can.
We are going to raid. Thank you for hanging out. I should be live tomorrow morning, probably. And yeah, until next time, we'll be seeing y'all later. Thanks for hanging out.